Hi, it's Dr. Splickle, functional podiatrist and human movement specialist. I'm going to take you through 5 of my favorite mobilization techniques that can help during an acute plantar fascial flare-up. The first mobilization is going to be to the small muscles in the bottom of the feet. For this, you will need to know those 5 areas that we're going to release. We're going to start with area 1, which is just inside the heel where your plantar fascia originates. We're going to come forward to area number 2, which is the middle of your plantar fascia and your arch. We're going to come forward to the ball of the foot. Then we're going to go out to the outside of the foot to area number 4, across to the medial arch for area number 5. Now for this release, you're going to want to use a golf ball, a lacrosse ball, or some release tool similar in size. We're going to start by standing up. I'm going to place the ball on the floor and I'm going to place my right heel onto area number 1. As I stand here, I'm going to just control how much pressure I'm pushing down into the ball. I'm always in control to how much pressure I want to use. I'm going to hold here for 30 seconds and then I'm going to move the ball back to area number 2. Hold here again for 30 seconds and then I move forward to the ball of the foot to area number 3. You can see in area number 3, I also get a nice stretch to my calves. And then I'm going to go over to area number 4 on the side of my foot, and then finally to the medial arch to area number 5, holding each of these 5 areas for 30 seconds. I want to do the symptomatic side, but you could also do the other side as well, even if you don't have symptoms. We're going to follow this with the second mobilization, which is going to be a toe stretch. So you're going to bring one foot and cross the ankle. You're going to take your hand and you're going to bring it in between your toes, so in that interspace. I'm just sliding my toes in between, or my fingers in between the toes. Now, if you're having a hard time with this, you can just start towards the tips of the toes, but you ideally want to get down to the base of the toe. Now, I'm going to hold here for 30 seconds, and then after 30 seconds, I want to start to bring the toes up and back down. We want to do this 10 times. And then after we do that 10 times, you want to hold another 30 seconds with the hand at the base of the toe and then release. Again, you could do just the one side, or you of course could do both feet. Now your third mobilization is going to be a release to the calf muscles, and specifically the calf muscle is going to be our soleus, which is the lower muscle of the calf. You're going to use the same release tool that you used on your foot. We're going to bring our legs up. You're going to place the ball just underneath the teardrop of the calf. And then we're going to place that ball. The opposite leg is going to go across. Place the ankle on top of the ball. That's going to control how much pressure is placed on the ball. You're going to sit up nice and tall and then flex and point the bottom ankle. We're going to do this 10 times. And then after 10, you're going to roll your leg inward, place the ankle back on top of the ball, hold here, and then flex and point again 10 times. And then finally, you're going to rotate your leg out, ankle goes on top, and then flex and point again 10 times. Just like the other mobilization, if you want to do it to both sides, you absolutely can. We're going to follow this mobilization with our 4th mobilization, and for this we're going into the pelvis. Now you might be wondering, why are we doing a release in the pelvis if my pain is in my foot? Your feet are actually myofascially connected to the muscles of your deep pelvis. So we are going to do a pelvic floor release with that same release tool. You're going to be in a seated position, and you're going to start by finding your sits bone, so the bone just underneath your glutes. Take the ball and place it just inside that sits bone. You're going to sit up nice and tall, allowing your body weight to relax on top of the ball. Your breath is relaxed and you're holding for 30 seconds. And then you want to move forward and to the right. So the ball is going to move back to area number 2. Again, hold here for 30 seconds. And then one more time, you're going to go forward and to the right. So right now you should be just next to your tailbone. You don't want to be on the tailbone, you're just next to it. And then same thing, 30 seconds here, nice and relaxed. And after that 30 seconds, you're going to release the ball, and you of course could do both sides if you would like. Your final mobilization, we're going back to the pelvis. For this, we're gonna stand up and we're gonna open up our pelvis and our rib cage because they also connect down to your feet. So I'm going to bring my left leg forward and my right leg back so I'm in a lunge position. I'm going to slightly tuck my pelvis under, and then I'm going to pulse my hips forward. So I'm just pulsing my hips. I'm opening up the front of my right pelvis. I'm going to hold number 10 forward, and then I'm going to reach my arms all nice and tall, hold here, and then I'm going to pulse 10 times here. Keep reaching your hands nice and tall. When you hold number 10, you're going to turn your palms, and then you're going to start to paint a rainbow. So we're going side to side 10 times, still keeping the hips forward. After number 10, bring the arms down in front, and we're going to rotate and rotate. You're going to rotate 10 times, keeping the hips forward and opening up the front of that right hip. Now, all of these mobilization exercises, again, you can do to both sides, not just that symptomatic side. I recommend doing all of these mobilization exercises every single day, especially in the case of an acute plantar fascial flare-up. Now, these mobilization techniques are just one piece of a holistic approach to plantar fasciitis.